Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta go. I'm joking.
It's Wise Man. It's Wise Man time. Hello and welcome back to Wise Man time.
Wise Man.
Should we start over? Because Carson talked over the intro.
Oh, I didn't know there was a whole... No, it said there was an intro song.
You're good. You're good. You're good. We're starting.
Special guest
right.
today.
Carson Taylor.
This is not how we start the podcast. Welcome back to Wise Man Time, everybody.
I already gave away, and also, yeah.
Yeah, it's me. It's
Yeah.
JP.
Yeah, and me, Zach Van Gestel.
Yeah.
Did I say my name wrong? Zach Van Gestel. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Oh, the fact
that's
that you
Patrick
questioned
Sermon.
it the second time scared me.
Patrick, what's your name?
Patrick,
All
Sir
right.
Man.
Now introduce the guy next to you.
Oh, all the way from Mobile, Alabama. Carson Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. How y'all doing?
What's up, man? You ever listen to our podcast?
Nope, I've never listened to an episode.
You've never listened to the
I don't know anything that's about to happen.
Well,
Get him out of here.
That makes you our second biggest fan.
I'm sure it's like it was probably like what pre-cum town.
No, it's very
Don't
preliminary.
mention them here. They stole our idea for having a podcast with three guys.
Yeah, it's not the same exact equipment, probably, starting out.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very cheap, durable equipment.
I've seen this. I've seen this same setup.
This is what Joe Rogan uses.
Oh, yeah.
He records on a Game Boy.
Young Jamie, can you fix the mic cord that's broken? I can't see JP, which is I like this. I
I'm
like
trying to
it.
play Pokemon Sapphire.
That's the thing. We started off with a full setup, fucking 4 cords, 4 mics, 4 sets of headphones. Things were nice.
4 people, y'all lost one of each.
It's rapidly deteriorated. I claim from overuse, but probably from bad storage.
We seem to lose a mic cable every week.
Every week.
Sorry.
a mic
We only have
cable.
two.
That's
We only
how
have two
it's
now.
broken.
So.
Yeah, we're down to 2.
That's what happens whenever you rock and roll. You gotta,
Yeah.
Sometimes you break a guitar on stage.
That's right. Yeah, we go through fucking mic cords like there's nobody's tomatoes. Carson Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So get at it.
Yeah, start the.
Okay.
Start talking.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Guys, let's talk about it.
Do you like the name Wise Man Time?
It's is what podcast name do you like?
Yeah, Wise Man Time.
Yeah, I like ours.
It
Ours is the
is-
best.
I feel like it's just like you take a chance on anything. You're just like, that looks fun. I've never seen the name and be like, I gotta listen to that.
Do you like
Yeah.
our logo?
I do like the logo.
That's
The
good.
logo's nice.
Logo.
Yeah.
I don't like the logo. I don't like the content of the podcast. I just like the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an epitaph on your
I'm
fucking
gonna talk to y'all too.
on your gravestone. Fucking, you've been sober. You're a sober man.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm California sober.
What does that
yeah.
mean?
It means he goes to California and drinks.
I still smoke weed, but I don't drink
that's good.
anymore.
That's good news. I'm sober too.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm
7
also-
weeks.
I'm also sober
Sober 3?
today.
Yep. So,
Hell yeah.
Zach, welcome to your intervention. And let's get this started. You're hurting your family members.
Okay, can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Jump out the window.
I was gonna do a line. Have you ever had an intervention? You're a sober
I
guy.
almost had an intervention when I was 18. I was addicted to spice, the synthetic marijuana.
That's
Yeah.
the saddest
It
intervention
was like
ever.
legitly killing me, and I quit right before. Like Zeke and them told me, like, dude, we were like about to have it. Like we were all planning on it and talking about it, but I had already I quit like a week before that happened.
Getting addicted to spice is pretty intense.
It's so
That shit's
intense,
weird.
dude. I was like throwing up like 10 times a day. I couldn't hold down any food. And like if I ate, I would just instantly throw up. And then like it got to the point that I was like rolling up my own tinfoil pipes and taking them to work with me so I could smoke in the bathroom like every 30 minutes. I was like pure like crackhead.
Did you?
Why did you not just get a pipe?
You ever been addictions? You don't have a lot of extra money lying around. Like you usually just like find
You were-
cheaper
so
ways to keep
just got
the
tinfoil
addiction.
money.
Yeah.
So you weren't like killing it. You weren't like day trading and smoking spice.
No, I got to the point I was pawning coins. I was
my
like
God.
I would find like coins from like the 1800s and stuff, and I would go to Mobile Coins and pawn them for money, and then go across the street to the gas station to buy more spice.
Where did
You're
you
like,
find?
what do you give me for this quarter? 25 pennies.
I know,
Hell yeah, that's a
my
deal.
grandpa gave me a bunch of his old coins, and at first it was like a collection, and I kept them all, and then slowly dwindled into no coins.
What's the most you ever made off one coin?
Oh, dude, like fucking 45 cents or something. Like,
Wait,
That's not good.
no, I had like an old quarter that I got like $1 and like 90 cents for the quarter or something like that. But it was all like I was making, like, a profit off a lot of them, but not what you think. Like, I was walking out of there with like $8 at a time.
so did you just not know about weed, or
No, I was on probation, and that's what started.
That's how all those spice heads get
Yeah.
started.
Because they didn't show up on drug tests.
Yeah, I
so.
remember a guy. We were partying at his house, and I became friends with him. And dude, he had a bunch of German Nazi marks from like the 30s.
Marks?
Yeah,
What is
and
that?
with coins with swastikas on them.
Oh.
Kanye coins.
I
And
thought
so
you meant like on his arms.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Like he smokes spice and wakes up
Yeah.
covered in swastikas.
just carving swastikas?
We have
Burning
two-
SS with a cigarette in your leg.
but he went and sold, like, took him to a pawn shop, got barely anything for it, and just went and bought like a party ball. Because he actually had a lot of them, like bags of them.
A party ball, like one of those
With Bud Light,
liquor
55
balls?
beer,
Okay.
fucking party ball.
So he
Yeah.
sold Nazi coins to get drunk?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy how easy it is to just get Nazi memorabilia, like at the fucking flea market.
No one wants
It's
it.
full of it. But it's crazy how much it's like the guy selling it is like
Yeah.
seems like he likes it a lot.
Of course.
You
He
know
doesn't
what
like
I mean?
mix it with other things to kind of throw off the
It's-
significance.
No, that's why he's selling it. He's like, I don't want this anymore. I've converted.
To Judaism.
Well, I went to the flea market one time to buy a knife, and I wanted this really nice, like New Orleans Saints looking knife, and then next to it was like this. It was like an eagle holding the swastika, And then the guy selling the knives, he's wearing a Johnny Cash T-shirt, and he literally leaned in my ear as I was looking at it, and he just goes, "I got that one from Hitler."
Got it.
He
from
knew
That's what he said.
He knew Hitler?
I guess so, but I didn't know what.
Pen pals?
I didn't get the joke. I didn't know what he meant by it. I was like, "All right, sir. Well, have a good one."
Was he?
Let's walk
Do you
away.
think he was joking? I mean, it's
No,
pretty
no, he definitely didn't. He looked like he was probably born in the late 50s.
A friend of mine stabbed me with a Nazi knife in the
Really?
leg.
And that's how it
Wow.
happened. That's how you became racist.
Just your lip went straight.
It's like being bit by an iguana or something.
Wait, how did
Or
he?
a Komodo dragon of it.
Yeah, because they have that acidy saliva.
Yeah,
but
slowly
like,
seeps
so
into
It's
you.
like tetanus, but I got lock arm.
did he? How did he attack you with a knife? You just fucking around with it, playing with it?
Yeah, he was. I don't know. We would frequently hurt each other, but I said something that day that like pissed him off.
Oh.
And we were hanging out. We were both just like sitting. We were on vacation, and like I was in a bed and he was in a bed, and I was playing video games, and then he went like. He swear he made this noise. He went, "Wee!" And then he jumped out of the bed and stabbed me in the leg. And I was like, what the fuck?
He brought his Nazi knife on a vacation
Yeah,
and then stabbed you with it.
yeah.
It's almost like it's the ring. Like it makes you evil.
Maybe.
Something about that knife
You
just.
tried to get it from me. Like,
Damn.
Yeah. He didn't stab me super deep, but still, yeah.
His eyes go like bright blue.
it was just blonde hair.
Well, I'm curious as like, how did the rest of the vacation play out? Just forget it ever happened, or
Yeah, it was cool.
it was just totally normal?
Yeah, we bandaged up and fought
Well,
it
you
out.
bandaged up. Only you.
Y'all fought after that?
Yeah, we threw a couple fists.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised he didn't stab you more. I mean,
Yeah.
it's already started.
Right.
Oh, we were friends. He wasn't trying to kill me. He was just
Stab me in the
trying
leg.
to send a message, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
Hitler same kind of thing.
Send a message.
I've been playing a lot of Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah.
The newer Wolfenstein games. So I've been really into just killing those Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's a good time.
It
I
is.
remember, like, I don't play video games anymore, but as a kid, I loved playing the original Call of Duties, like Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that game.
And like
The World War II.
When you're a little kid, dude, and you're killing Nazis, like American propaganda is strong. Because like 8-year-old me saw Saving Private Ryan and would play Medal of Honor or whatever, and I'm like, I am ready to go across seas. I'm ready to fight for this country.
Absolutely kill some Nazis.
Yeah. Yeah, video games really like it really I think it enforced that idea in a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I remember even I was like, I hadn't played video games in a long time, and I was like 16, and somebody lent me an Xbox 360 and like Call of Duty. And I was playing, I don't know, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or something. And like midway through the game, I'm like, fucking Muslims. I was like, oh, Jesus.
What the fuck?
No, JP's right. There were games that were like heavy.
Oh, dude, I've been working on a bit about this, but like, dude, the racism against Muslims between 2001 and 2006 was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, even Democrats were like, "Nah, dude, take that turban off before you take this ID photo." Like, it was like intense, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No face
Yeah.
coverings.
yeah, even if you're like from India, if you're at the airport in 2003, people are like, "Mm-mm."
Right. Right. No, he just wants to see Bob's and Vagine. He's not a terrorist. He's a creep, but he's not a terrorist.
Yeah, it is. Plus, like the smell will give it away. Like, yeah, you know how like they have curry. That really gets into the fabric of the clothing.
Yeah.
I think it smells
What's
bad.
your favorite race, Carson?
My favorite race.
What's your favorite race to hate?
Favorite race.
No.
I don't have a favorite race to hate. They're all equal.
Yeah,
I don't know. Favorite race. I mean,
Just say white.
black's cool, dude. Black is cool.
I can see that.
Black is cool, Carson.
Black is cool.
Now answer
you
the
know?
question.
You know, how do you listen to if you listen to an entire Stevie Wonder album from beginning to end, you just like, oh, damn, black people rule, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking.
Well, he's the only one that I do like. No. He doesn't see race
No.
or anything
He
else.
doesn't see anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it was him and the other one, Ray Charles, right?
Yeah, they grew up together.
Yeah, they're both
They
blind blacks that played piano. I don't know if that's the appropriate way to say that.
Yeah,
I don't think it sounded not right.
yeah. It was correct, but it didn't feel right.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I wanted to be black, like really bad.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you still kind of do.
so all my friends were black, and like not all of them, but like my two closest friends at that time, Dwight and Jonathan, were black, and I would always hang out at their houses, like in the hood. Which
Yeah.
also, it's like my parents. Like now that I've grown up and I realize how bad some of those neighborhoods were. Like my dad was just like, "See you Monday." Like, all right, but the fucking.
Yeah, it's hard to realize the environment you're in when you're born into the environment. You know, like
Yeah.
actually, I had my first best friend was a black dude that lived up the street, and me and him would stand in the yard and pretend we're playing Pokemon. Where I would come up with like a storyline and a narrative. And
So
he
y'all would play Pokemon.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really pretend you would do.
We didn't have any like tools necessary to actually play Pokemon. It was just
Pokemon's made up though, so
You just
it's like
throw a pine
you
cone.
play war.
Yeah, it was
'Cause there is-
imagination.
Was he
real.
your Pokemon? Because I don't like.
Here, get in this ball. That's a cage.
He goes home and tells his parents, "We've been playing Pokemon." And so it's like, "What the fuck?" No, like I remember, my mom used to take me to these. Mobile used to have a semi-pro basketball team named the Mobile Revelers, and it was like, I think they were like maybe associated with the Milwaukee Bucks or something. But my mom would take me to the games. And took my friend Dwight and Jonathan one time, and we're sitting there, and one of my mom's old coworkers, who was this older black guy, like walked up and was like, "Hey, Sean," and she was like, "Oh, how have you been?" Doing all this stuff. And then he literally leaned to me and he goes, "Hey, you know I'm your daddy, right?" He said that, and I stood up and literally cheered and said, "I knew I was black. I knew it." My mom tells that story all the time, but I was like overly excited, like to multiple rows excited about this.
Yeah.
It's also my poor dad, but what the fuck?
How did they? Yeah.
Yeah.
How did they crash your fucking
How
your
they
hopes?
crush your dreams.
I think
Yeah.
part of
once
me.
you
I
realize
think.
you were
I
white.
think even at that age, it was kind of my bit. Like in the black neighborhoods, was like I felt like I was like putting on airs for humor. Like I did want to be black, but I knew obviously that I wasn't.
because of the mirror that you.
Yes, exactly.
So you're like, so you weren't corrected when you initially shouted out with vigor that you're.
Everyone just laughed. I think I did it because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So it's like a Malibu's Most Wanted situation where he goes on thinking. You know.
Did you rap? I bet you rapped.
I used to rap all the time as a kid. Black people taught me how to roast, and then also like people make fun of me of this all the time. Like, I'll bump into people that I used to play basketball against in like grade school, and they'll still I used to wear like Allen Iverson amount of sweatbands. I'd have the armband and the leg band with like a cross on it. Like, it was a tattoo with like 3 wristbands and
A do-rag.
oh yeah, dude, over the top, like the finger band. I mean, that was like sagging. Like, my shorts are almost down to my ankles.
This sweat's
like,
not getting anywhere.
yeah, dude. It was. I thought I was like Gary Payton or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, and I had
amazing.
a grill in 7th grade. I got a grill.
Yeah, would you
And
cook
where
on
I-
it? Oh,
yeah, like in my mouth, dude.
oh, okay.
Gold or
Weird
silver?
grill, silver.
Did you, like, get it
With
out of, like,
fake-
Out
My
of, like,
dad
one of
got-
those quarter machines.
No, my dad bought it for me from a gas station because my stepmom refused. She was like, "No, you're never getting a grill." And so my dad, when she was at work, bought me one, and like we hid it from her. And then one day I was going to a school dance. I would take my grill to the school dance
Yeah,
and
of
wear it
course.
at the dance.
Of course you would.
We all did. Like, everyone in my class, all
Yeah.
the guys, we all
You
got
got-
Was
grills.
it gold?
It was silver with like
Silver.
shit little diamonds in it.
Did you have to put that mold in it to fit
Yeah.
your teeth? I had a grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Good times, dude.
I had a top grill. Just
I did. I
yeah.
had a top as well.
Can't picture Zach with a grill.
Yeah.
Well, I used to want to be black as well,
Yeah.
but
You
my
look
dad
like
shut it
Yellow
down.
Wolf.
Your dad shut
My
it
dad
down?
shut that down real quick.
Did he
No,
like beat you till you were black?
no, man, that's not funny. But I used to put like tinfoil over my teeth.
He wishes.
Ow.
And yeah, that's bad for your teeth.
That sounds like it would hurt.
So then I started using like juicy fruit.
We did that too, yeah.
wrappers.
I did that as well. I just wanted to be Juicy J. I was obsessed with
Yeah.
Juicy J from 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
I would get home from school and go on
Fucking
the
that bitch in the back of the bus.
Comcast On Demand. I'd go to the music videos and I would just watch 3-6 Mafia music videos after school for hours.
I would like take an orange peel and like put it in my mouth. Show the orange.
You just wanted to be like a boxer.
Yeah, perhaps, man. I liked boxing. I would watch boxing matches like
Same.
around the like when I started watching TV late at night. I would watch like David Tell's Insomniac, and then I'd turn it over. We had HBO for some reason, and I'd watch like old Holyfield fights. and
Yeah, I would
shit.
watch that on ESPN Classics.
And
That was the
fucking
channel.
And like I did box a little bit like with friends and shit, and I actually knocked out 2 fat people before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So y'all weren't in the same weight class?
They were bigger than me.
Okay.
Yeah, I knocked them out. It was
You're
fun.
the cholesterol of the boxing ring. Good job.
Would y'all wear gloves?
Yeah, we had gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kept it friendly with gloves. You
That's
know.
cool.
I'm-
I've never knocked anybody out.
When I was like maybe a freshman in high school, I was obsessed with boxing. I would always watch Rocky and Cinderella Man with Russell Crowe, and I wanted to be a boxer so bad. And then I had my little cousin. He was like 7, and his friend. I made them box each other, and then my cousin just beat this kid's ass and gave him a bloody nose, and his mom freaked out, and they left. And I thought I was in so much trouble. My whole family was like, "That was awesome."
You made those kids put that on each other.
You're like,
that's sweet.
That's funny to be a fight promoter as a kid.
I remember when I was a kid, I was probably like 6 or 7, and I was at like my grandma's doctor while she was in there at an appointment, and I had a pair of boxing gloves, 1 pair. And this like bigger kid walked over. He's like, "Oh, hey, we could box with those. Just give me one. I'll take the other one." And he just pummeled the fuck out of me, dude.
With his ungloved
'Cause
hand.
he just fucking he just beat me down, and I cried probably.
I was never super into boxing. I did get. They were like They were like inflatable boxing gloves. They were like super oversized.
Oh, what were those?
But
what
you
were
could
those
beat the shit out of
called?
some. Those things hurt. I
Dude.
mean, if you were really
Oh,
fighting.
the sock 'em bop 'em?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Sock 'em, bop 'ems.
Yeah, my dad knocked me out with one of those. we were fighting with those, and I was
Sending
like,
a kid through a
4.
wall with a toy.
Because we were fighting with him, and I just ran straight at him, and he literally just put his fist in the air, and I ran into it and like leveled myself off the ground.
Oh,
I forget about those. Soccer balls are cool.
So yeah, that was around the same time as this other toy, where it was like basically like those old dodgeballs in the gym. It was one of those. I think it was like a silver one with a ring around it that you're supposed to stand on, and you're like hop.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. That was cool. I never had one.
Yeah.
It seems like they would pop easy.
It's like Saturn, basically. You just jump on it.
Yeah.
You know what's fun?
I had a pogo stick, but they never seemed to work right.
You
I feel like I just kept getting broken pogo sticks.
JP was a fat kid.
I remember Mark McGuire had this little kid bat that he sold. It was like a Nerf bat. And one of my friends had it, and it had handprints on it, so you could learn how to hold a baseball bat.
I remember that.
But Mark McGuire was left-handed, so the imprints were left-handed. So it was this is a terrible marketing idea. Like, less than half people can use this bat. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's
I
good.
think I had one of those too. I don't think mine was left-handed though.
the Mark McGuire one was left-handed. I'm pretty sure, unless a bunch of different players had one.
Maybe you got the left-handed version of that toy.
It wasn't mine. It was my friend Jack's.
Was he left-handed?
I think he was.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, so he's cranking them out of the park, and the rest of us look like idiots.
You can still hold the bat.
Yeah, but it's just weird because like it's literally imprinted in it, like to hold it a certain way.
They
So
were
you're like, yeah, like it's like a handprint.
Mine
in
had
it.
like the print like drawn on it.
Oh no, this was like literally like it was into it.
Oh.
Like,
You got the second version.
yeah, you got the
Yeah, fucking Murph. Whatever.
Murph McGuire.
It was a Nerf product.
I think it was.
Yeah, Nerf had some toys, some bangers.
It was
back in the
You
day.
remember the batteries that you could squeeze really hard to see?
Yeah, how much life was left in it?
For some reason that made me think of those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was like Duracell
You'd have
batteries
to squeeze
back in the
you would
day.
squeeze the battery. As a kid, it was really painful,
And it hurt.
and it would show you how much.
You would
charge was in
squeeze like
battery.
the positive end down.
No,
and
I
it
think
had
it's the sides.
you like I think you squeezed both ends together maybe, but it had a little like a
strip
tube
on it.
on the little strip on the end of it, and it would like glow up like how much life was left in the battery.
Huh.
And I don't know if it was bullshit or not. It feels like bullshit.
It feels like it would take more energy to make that. Like the battery is wasting energy. Just
yeah,
being
doing
able
that. Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
But I don't remember that. I remember the Energizer Bunny.
Well, that's still going on.
They got
Strong.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I always
on
thought the
and
energy
on
bunny
and-
was sweet.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, I want to fuck the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, it is.
It's that and Lola Bunny. I want to have a threesome.
Yeah,
I want to have a
the
devil's
Energizer
triangle.
Bunny and Lola
That was
Bunny.
my porn search last night.
Yeah.
Lola Bunny and the Energizer Bunny.
You lie. You don't look at porn.
Yeah,
You're gay.
I'm cool.
You jerk off the thoughts.
I think Bugs would fuck up the fucking Energizer Bunny, though, dude. Bugs would come in out of nowhere, act like a transvestite.
No, Bugs in the corner.
Oh, watching? He's a cuck.
Yeah.
Cuck bunny.
He's sucking
fucking-
off the Tasmanian devil. Good impression. Don't ever say your bad impressions.
Yeah, I'm good at impressions because of blithering nonsense. Oh shit! What about those like the big balloons with with a rubber band attached to it? You just go bang bang.
Oh,
bang.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah.
are cool. I like those.
That's some like fucking
So annoying
that's
though.
some Chuck E. Cheese prize.
Yeah, but you could do it as a grown man. Just
Do you remember
to a
that?
relative.
Yeah, I guess
Y'all
so.
remember that toy? It was like a 90s toy, and it was that little ball that had different colored spikes on it, and it would like vibrate, like roll around the ground.
Yeah, what was the point of that toy?
I don't
Yes.
know. It's just fucking
Girls found
put
out
it
about
up your
their sexual.
butthole. Like,
Yeah, that's what it was
a
marketed
fucking
as.
dildo landmine.
Do you remember the vibrating
The
Harry Potter
yes,
broom?
Yes, the Harry Potter
Wow.
broom. Dude, they came out. You want to tell it?
Go ahead. You seem
Did y'all
enthusiastic.
both find it
about
at the
this.
same time or
Yeah,
something?
well, so Harry Potter, the first movie came out. Obviously, that was a huge hit with kids, and they came out with a whole bunch of merchandise. One of the toys was like a riding, like a wand, a broom,
The
a broom.
Nimbus
The
3000.
Nimbus 2000 that you could, put between your legs and act like you're a fucking wizard or witch. But it had these settings on it that like made noises and vibrated.
Okay, so that's why all these women who are way too old to be into Harry Potter are so obsessed with Harry Potter. It's
no.
a kink thing at this point.
So like older women did like from what I understand, like older women were like buying them,
Oh yeah,
for like sex devices or whatever.
not for
But
sleeping.
they got banned from stores.
Wait, why wouldn't you just buy it if you're an older
Those
woman? I
ladies
thought
are-
the problem was that kids were getting turned on.
Well, that too, obviously, that too. But but they didn't understand what was happening, right?
Right.
It was like the parents would like, oh shit, this works. It was like the first Hitachi, you know? Baby's first Hitachi.
The Harry Potter Hitachi wand.
Yeah.
So then they banned them from being sold in stores. Well, that
I
makes
think so.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or they
Sexy.
took away the vibrating
Mechanism in it. It just makes sounds now.
No, now it has like a full on like butt plug insertion.
Oh.
So you can go hands free.
Yeah. Hands free. Does it have real Brussels? You just scoot around the house collecting
That's
dirt.
the thing, is like it wouldn't work as a broom, but it would work as a dildo or a vibrator.
It vibrates in the theme song.
Yeah, it's like those. I don't know how perverted you guys are, but
Try me.
Chatterbait. You know how they would have those. There's like these vibrators that girls can put inside themselves. And if they give out the code, it's like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or whatever. If they give out the code, you can control their fucking orgasm.
Say
It's
what?
I remember doing like Chatterbait and stuff in like middle school when that shit was like first coming out, you know, or like 9th grade. And
Yeah.
they're like, God, you'd be like 1 a.m. You'd be like, hey, you know how bad I wish I could be like, can I see y'all's credit card for a second? Like, well, my mom's drunk or something. I'd be like, I wonder if I can get some tokens.
Yeah, I want to fucking sonic the fuck out of this girl.
Or the worst, did you ever do like the roulette things where straight up
Yeah.
it ends up just being 92% just a
Dudes,
Russian
old
man
guys
just
jerking off.
jerking off in front of you and you're like, ah!
Yeah.
My friend would do Omegle all the time, and we would do it together with the intent that we were gonna see boobs. Some
Yeah, you
girl's gonna
never.
show us her boobs, and yeah, it was all
It's either
all old
it's
guys.
either a
cocks.
if it is a woman, it's like a pre-recorded video on a loop of like 30 minutes. Or if you go back and check it, or you get them again, you're like, oh, I can tell this is a loop now.
Yeah.
Or you're like, it's like a woman, but you're just like blank, dude, just blank. Like, tell me you're okay, because this is weird.
Man, that shit's like, that's real though. I never considered that until I got older. But
Yeah, no, when you're in the 7th grade, you don't even fucking think about it.
you really gotta be careful what you watch.
You mean like whether or not the actresses' quotes in the films are being oppressed or not? Like
Yeah,
whether or not they're
right.
they're against their will and
Right,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
So I just stay away from anyone who's brown. Not because I'm not attracted to them, but because it seems to happen over in certain
Brown
countries more than it does.
It's true.
I almost got scammed on some comedy shit because I fucking fell for it.
Oh,
It's like
shit.
I got sober and comedy started going kind of well. Like I was booking more shows. And all of a sudden, this lady messages me and she's like, "I'd really love to do a painting of you. I've been following you on social media." And
I've
I'm
got
like,
one of those too.
I'm like, it's working, dude. It's fucking everyone wants me. And then next thing you know, like the messages were kind of weird, but I was like, no, it's fine. She's like, a number's gonna call you. It's my business partner in New York. I'm like, got you. And then like I get a text from this number. And then it started getting weird. And then I was like, hey, why is this guy so weird? And she was like, don't worry about it. Just do it. And I was like, no. And then I was like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I don't trust whatever this is. And then they hit me with the whole Bible verse. And they're like, Corinthians 13 says, I shall never harm you.
On
And
the
like, I
off
was
chance
like,
that you're
oh,
Christian, they're
God.
trying to get you.
I've gotten that before. Not trying to paint me, but where they start trying to guilt you with Bible verses.
Yeah. I'm like, you got the wrong guy, dude. Like,
There was JP. You told us this one story, like it was a long time ago. But didn't you have somebody like?
The Illuminati guy.
No, I thought it was a church guy. He was trying to help. He was trying to get you to help, like, with a church. What's the Illuminati story?
So on Instagram, someone messaged me on Instagram, and they were like, "We've been following you. We've been watching what you're doing. We like you. We want you to join the Illuminati. We think you have what it takes."
They're really playing into your
And
insecurities.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
so we need more sailors in the Illuminati.
So I'm like, hell yeah, like this is clearly a scam, but I want to see where this scam goes.
Oh, so you knew right away it was a scam.
Yeah.
They want me to join. The Illuminati's not recruiting on Instagram.
Anyone-
Private messages.
Anyone born after
It's a picture of like Jay-Z as Satan. It's like, I want you.
anyone born after 95 hardly ever falls for internet scams.
That's true.
They're it's ingrained in them.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, they started asking me questions. They started asking me a bunch of questions that it was like, there's no harm in answering this. Like, this is available. Like, this might just a name. Like, this is all on my fucking profile, you know? So I answered the questions, and they're like, send us a picture of you. So I just sent a fucking, a selfie or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, we've got your name and your photo. We're taking it to the temple. We're going to pray over it. You'll be initiated.
Oh, that's scary,
dude. I was
dude.
like, sick. Okay.
It's scary if you're 11. Oh, mystical powers are gonna get me.
Oh, dude, that's
I hate
for
when
sure.
people are like, "Oh, I think I just jinxed it." I'm like, why? If we all had that power, shit would be exploding in the sky. I mean, cars would be flying everywhere. Everyone would be dead. Like,
yeah, but maybe I truly do have that power. That's what I'm worried about.
maybe.
I don't want to be. Yeah.
So they took your picture to the temple,
they
started
take my
beating
picture to
off
the
on it.
temple, and they're like, all right, it's going to be like a day for the priests to prepare.
That's a weird
I was
turnaround
like,
time.
okay. So I wait till the next day. I'm like, hey, Illuminati. And I sent him a message. I was like,
Hey, Mr. Illuminati.
I was like, how's it going with my Illuminati initiation? They're like, everything's good. You've been accepted. We just
Hey.
we
I
just
like how we forgot to tell you until you asked. Oh yeah, you've been accepted.
we
Don't
just
call us, we'll call you.
and they're like, next up, we're gonna deposit $1 million in your bank account. All you have to do is send us $250.
That's not a bad deal.
God.
That's to cover your scepter and your robes.
There is an application fee.
And
Wait, why? That's so stupid. It's like we're giving you $1 million, but you do need to pay for the
Yeah, well,
scepter.
to prove my loyalty to the cause.
It also makes it seem like your page makes you look retarded because like this guy will totally fall for
This guy definitely wants to hold a scepter.
I wish I had a scepter, but yeah. So I responded. I was like, how about you just send me 999,000.
700.
900.
Minus the $250.
Yeah, $750. Just take it out of the Illuminati account. They're like, no, you have to.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to send the money.
Have some skin in the game.
Show you're dedicated.
The account.
And so I told them that I did. They sent me the address is somewhere in India, and I told them that I sent the money. And then about an hour later, they came back and they were angry.
Oh.
And they're like, you are fucking with the Illuminati. This is a dangerous game. I'm like, what are you talking about? I sent the money. And they were like, you sent it to this address? I was like, oh, man, I sent it the wrong. Here, go check again. And they came back angrier. And they were like, we have your name and your photo in the temple.
Oh.
And you have played us for fools. You are going to become insane now. We're
Yeah.
gonna make you insane.
So that's why.
And I was like, I think I'm not gonna go insane. But I'm gonna risk it.
Very
But did you
brave.
start
Yeah.
to question things as the days went by? You're like, wait a second, is this?
I did for a little while. I was like, God, what if I'm insane? I would never know.
That'd be crazy if, like, to you, you're just, like, living your life or whatever, but to us, you are, like, the Tasmanian devil. You're out
Should have sent that money to the Illuminati.
Yeah, I have noticed that you've been acting strange lately.
Yeah, over
Talking-
the last 4 years.
Yeah, talking to yourself in corners and shit.
Is that how long ago it happened? 4 years?
It was probably about that long ago.
Yeah. Do you still think about it sometimes?
I mean, I wish it was real. I wish I was in the Illuminati and I had $1 million.
Me too. I wish you had $1 million too.
We're all going to be walking and we're going to get to the street in a van that just says Illuminati Incorporated is going to pull up and drag
Put it back over his head. And then they come up to Carson. You didn't see nothing.
You want to join the Illuminati?
Yeah, you look pretty cool. Here's a scepter.
$250.
You want to take a break?
No, we'll take
I
a
think it would have
painting.
been funny. It would have been hilarious if I sent them the money and they did send me a scepter and robe. Because that'd be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You get like Kanye West tickets. It's like it's part of our Illuminati care package.
Oh, but they didn't spell Illuminati right. I just remember they were called the Illuminate. We are the Illuminate.
It's an off.
they're the fucking
branch, right?
Yeah.
They're the Sierra Mist of Illuminati.
We're run by a different, like, all right, let's take a break.
Bow.
One. Welcome back to Wise Man Time.
Wise man time. Right back at it.
We're back.
Took a little Hook break.
Oh,
For
yeah.
Any of you longtime listeners, you might know who Hook is, JP's neighbor.
The hook
It
brings
never
you
can
back.
really get a peaceful break at all.
There's always something.
That's enough reason to quit cigarettes. Just walking out there and having to talk to him.
Smoke in the house, but
Yeah. He's trying to sell you mirrors.
He's he
told us we were gonna die of AIDS.
Called us a slur. Tried to sell us a mirror. Said that you can see your ugly face in it. Exact way that he tried to sell it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a salesman. He's got it in his blood.
And then he sang the entire first verse and chorus to Sitting on the Dock of the Bay.
I have it. I recorded it.
Yeah, Zach's got that on recording.
I got producer brain.
Yeah, there it is.
He's also wearing a hat from a bar that he is banned from.
Hook is, not me.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, he was like pretty threatening and forceful, like forcing me and Carson into his house.
And y'all went in.
Yeah, I mean, because that's what you do with
anything can
forceful
happen
people.
to you in there.
Yeah, I thought about that, but Carson was gung ho running in there, knowing damn well what he was dealing with.
Well, Carson just wants the story. Carson's he's a bit of a tourist, an emotional tourist.
I was saying that I used to think like, man, I wish I was this age in the 70s, you know. But then I meet guys like Hook, and everyone from their generation is that aggressive and pushy, and I'm like, I would hate the 70s. I'd be in a bar and be like, oh, why is everyone so fucking mean?
Was it now? Nowadays, it's all what, polite and kind of what?
People are
hang
kind of
out-
soft, you know.
We hang out in breweries now. We don't hang out in bars anymore.
Oh yes.
I don't think we're soft. I think our generation just knows more about mental health, and we're like, yeah, it's not healthy to be a douche 24/7. You gotta
Yeah.
pick your spots.
Yeah, and then and those people grow up and they have no friends, and it's like, oh well, I'm gonna live my life a little differently.
Yeah, I don't want to be selling people a mirror. 78.
Who knows? It might just be the secret to longevity. Just be a dick to everybody you encounter.
That bitterness kills cancer.
Yeah. You live to be 103 and just yelling fucking racial fucking.
Well, I think that it's like whenever there's
shit at
people who
people.
say that you get to like an age, like they get to 80, like, oh, I'm doing all the drugs. If I get to like 103, I'm saying all the slurs.
That's a fair age.
You think slurs count when you're alone? If you're just sitting at home, just saying them.
What's the last slur you said?
I can't say.
I said gook like yesterday, and it wasn't even about a person. It was about like.
He just says it. He just like
y'all bleep things on this?
No.
No.
The power of bleep, dude. I on my podcast, Yasha told a story, and I was like, episode 1, I might bleep.
Oh yeah, if we started bleeping, we would never released an episode.
I mean, not
don't
like
think.
that. I mean, just like, leave a little mystery.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not getting naked on the podcast.
Yeah, we blur stuff.
So I guess to your point, JP, slurs when you're alone do not count because no one knows.
Yeah.
It's a tree in the forest situation.
Yeah.
Unless the trees next door with the paper thin walls can hear you.
Yeah. But that's more drywall than it is trees, I'd say. And put it together with wood.
I meant like the trees living on the other
I got
apartment.
you. That you meant paper thin tree fucking walls.
In this analogy, people are trees.
Okay. Some don't get enough sunlight. End up withering away in these fucking cells.
You guys seen a good movie lately?
Yeah.
I finally saw the Dallas Buyers Club. Speaking of AIDS, it's really good.
It's really good, yeah.
Fantastic movie.
You know that guy
Is it about
died?
So
AIDS?
good.
The director died
Really?
of AIDS.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
But he did die.
Damn.
What, recent or something? Or he's just been dead?
Yeah, I think he's been dead.
My joke was I thought this movie was about a used car dealership that was failing. And no, it was the exact opposite, actually.
I once
Yeah,
watched,
horses. There's more horses than cars in it.
I saw a movie. Like, it wasn't. See, when you asked if you've seen a good movie, I kind of jumped the gun and say, yeah, it was an all right movie. It was had Chris Pratt, and it had the chick in it from Stranger Things. And
Mario?
Huh?
The Mario?
No. It was called Electricify or something
Was
like
it
that.
sci-fi?
Yeah. It was set in the mid '90s, but like they had like basically drones they could operate fucking with machines, and yeah, you just gotta.
That sounds. Well, you're not giving it a great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to sell it.
Jurassic World.
Forgot to mention the dinosaurs. My bad. I saw. I've seen it before, but actually no, I haven't seen it all the way through before. I finally watched all the way through Sicario.
That
Never heard of
movie's
it.
Cool.
Yeah, you've seen it,
No, I've just seen the part where they shoot people.
dude. Patrick,
What?
are you familiar with Sicario?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, he's not. You haven't seen it, Carson?
No, I don't have any streaming services or a TV. I don't watch anything anymore unless I'm over at someone's house. I miss everything. I went to the movie theater and saw the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown.
How'd you like it?
I liked it. Well, I mean, as time goes on and I think about it, I'm like, I probably won't ever watch that again.
Yeah, you're
But
like,
it
you're
was-
like maybe I just like the music.
It really was like the soundtrack A+, obviously. Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet, I give him an A-. He did a great job. And then the movie's like, it's a movie.
Yeah.
B-. There's some moments.
Biopics are hard to. It's hard to really like make a great one.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to all these musician biopics and stuff, like Ray and Walk the Line, like set the tone.
Yeah.
that everyone's trying to
Walk Hard, probably.
Yeah,
one of my
Walk
favorites.
Hard. Walk Hard is better than A Complete Unknown. Like it's so good.
Dude, I want to see
favorite
that Tim Robinson movie, Friendship.
I don't know.
You know Tim Robinson?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Scary Movie's coming out with another, and it's Wayans brothers though.
Okay,
the
well,
Wayans brothers doing it.
Well, as soon as I get an anvil dropped on my head, I'll go see it.
I want to go see that movie, The Monkey. Have you seen the ads for that one?
The one with the singer.
No, it's a Stephen King movie
Oh,
about
okay.
a monkey that kills people, but it's like a toy monkey. It's
No.
like one of those toy monkeys
That
with the
is-
symbols.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you look at it, you die or something.
Yeah, that's pretty
He's
scary.
still going. He's still going.
That's like a fucking goosebump story.
It looks pretty good. The ads made it look like a fun. I don't know. Like you don't die, like you don't like drop from a heart attack. Like something horrible happens to you.
I fucking saw a trailer recently that it had Lawrence Fishburne and somebody else in it, some new younger star, like maybe that Milos guy or whatever. But it just like movie. I hate most, like 95% of movies suck ass, so they're just cheesy dialogue and stuff. And this movie was like literally, it was like the trailer came on YouTube or whatever, and usually I just skip, and I was like, I'll see what this is about. I'll try to give things a chance. And then one of the lines was, he goes, "You may be the smartest man in the CIA, but you're not a killer." I was like, I hate this already. I don't want to see this. Like,
That's a pretty terrible line.
it's cheesy as fuck.
Dude, the worst one that I saw in the trailer, the worst line was from like it was either The Nun or Nun 2, whenever they were promoting that, and one of the lines was, "Whatever you do, don't stop praying."
Imagine that's the whole movie. Just praying. Oh.
Actually, there's very little praying
In The
in
Nun?
that whole movie.
Was
yeah.
the Nun the one that's like filmed in Poland or something?
I don't know.
Or they're in
Perhaps.
like
It's
part of-
Transylvania. or
about an
something?
evil nun.
It's part of the Conjuring series.
I thought those movies are stupid.
The Conjuring?
Yeah, I also thought The Witch was dumb.
The Witch?
Yeah.
The one
I
with
thought that movie was so fucking boring.
The Witch was fucking great, dude.
Dude, it had one cool scene when she's mushing up that baby, and then the rest of it you're just waiting for something to happen.
And she's mushing up that baby.
Dude, no, that movie is so eerie and like it's like
it's not.
this
It's just a bunch
long-
of people talking old.
The dialect in it's really good. It's that same guy who did The Lighthouse that I've been trying to get you to watch.
I have been meaning to watch
Oh,
that.
I went to the movie theater a few months ago and I saw Twisters.
Oh,
I love
God.
Twister.
Twister is, here's the thing. I went back and watched Twister.
It's not as great as you remember.
It's awful,
Yeah.
but I grew up with it, so I like refuse to hate it. I love it so much. Like every scene is like so nostalgic to me. But the Twisters came out, and it's terrible. I mean, they basically try to copy the storyline almost. It's one of those where like they did with the Star Wars.
Is it in the modern era?
Yeah, it's set
Okay.
like nowadays.
Yeah,
So,
they
like,
have Twisters nowadays too.
there's one guy, they're like the badass of the group. I do like how they did this, though. They do make it seem like the bad guy ends up being the good guy. They kind of got me on that. I was like, oh, look at this douche. And then halfway through, I'm like, oh, he's
Isn't the bad guy the tornado?
Yeah, well, that's a good
The bad guy is the Jews.
But that's one thing I hate about Twisters when I watch it now. As soon as the bad guys in the black vans pull up, I'm like, there's a good guy, bad guy chasing tornado thing going on. Like this is they pull him. He's like, yeah, that's Jonas. And it's just like this is the cheesiest thing ever.
It
dude.
really is for babies. It's like obvious that they're the bad guys, and it's obvious that they're the good guys.
Yeah, and then like he goes outside, and he picks up the dirt. And he just like he's Native American or something. I'm like, it's Bill
just
Paxton.
So in the first one, they're relying on this new technology to accurately like find tornadoes.
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sorry, the old one.
Yeah.
And in the new one, I guess they have superpowers now.
The new
what
one,
is?
it's like similar thing, but like it's basically similar. Like I think they even have the old Dorothy one in it. Like, but I just remember the only scene I remember that I was like, I hate this movie from the beginning was the guy who thinks gonna be a douche in the beginning ends up being the good guy. He's like driving in his truck and he's like YouTube famous. Like there's like the meteorologist.
Dude,
like,
I hate
real
whenever
guys.
they put like modern shit.
Yeah, he's like the viral famous guy for chasing tornadoes. Like his TikTok is like through the roof or whatever. And so he drives in a pickup truck in the middle of a tornado and it's like spinning. And then he like releases fireworks from his truck and there's like a fireworks show in the tornado. And
Trying
I was
to distract it.
I hate it. Dude, the funniest part was I took my friend Curtis. Right, we went to go see it together, and then. I hated it from the beginning, and he kind of liked it. And when it ended, like literally like the moment it's like the last line and credits, I lean right over to him and go, trash. And he looked at me and he goes, oh, I thought it was kind of good. And I was like, oh, my bad, dude. I feel like I shit on his whole night.
Did you see? There was I don't know.
Finger.
It's probably maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. There was another tornado movie that was. It was like the same. There's like storm chasers looking for tornadoes.
Oh God, no.
But this one, like there was like fire tornadoes.
Oh yeah, fire tornado.
And but I just remember like one of the final scenes is the guy who's like been chasing the big storm drives his storm chasing truck like into the tornado and gets sucked up. And he gets sucked like all the way like above the clouds, and he's like above the clouds. He's looking around. He's like, so peaceful. And then he falls asleep.
From the Matrix.
That moment of peace before death.
Clarity.
It's like at the end of The Perfect Storm when it's just Mark Wahlberg and George Clooney left alone in the water and the ship's like sinking and George Clooney just like looks at him and swims in the water and gets in the boat. Like he just dives in the boat, and I'm just
I loved
like,
that movie. It was good.
I hate George Clooney every time. I'm like, you both are gonna die, and you're just gonna be like, well, good luck. Just leave Mark Wahlberg alone. Like, bro, y'all die together.
He did
like,
the same thing in Gravity.
Yeah, he just floats away. George Clooney does not give a fuck about it being traumatic for everyone else. He's like, well, I'm going to climb this tree and die alone.
I love this boat more than I love people.
Y'all know George Clooney owns a drone? Y'all know this? George Clooney owns he owns a satellite that looks over a country in Africa, and like he's basically like keeps peace.
What?
Yeah, you can look this up.
He's God?
George Clooney owns a satellite that specifically looks over a country
How
in
does he
Africa.
keep peace with his satellite?
I don't know, but
Is
George,
he using mind control technology?
you look into it, dude. It's
Sounds
fucking
like
weird.
slavery.
And he's owned the satellite since like 2010 or something like that. But yeah, he has a satellite over a country in Africa.
So he's been
and
controlling Africa for 10 years.
He's watching this country for some reason, and apparently keeping the peace somehow. I don't know. It seems very. He's like the Elon Musk before Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's trying to start a new religion where he's God.
Like he did that Batman.
Every night
He's
they
like,
dream of George Clooney.
They have.
Yeah, they pump in fucking like neuro.
He uses their
into
collective
mind.
consciousness to make Ocean's movies.
Yeah.
That's George Clooney.
Well, you
right?
know, people who like
a giant voice from the sky. It's just George Clooney's like, hey, stop that.
if you go to a country that knows nothing about like the outside world and you're just like you sneak in the middle of the night and like build a water tower or some shit, build a well, that's basically a miracle. So you can trick people into believing that there is a God, if they know nothing.
And every country knows some. Everyone knows Michael Jackson. Even people who are
that's
living
true.
with bows and arrows
Michael
know Michael
Jordan-
Jackson.
Well, he's like
Like-
Jesus. Michael Jackson's Jesus.
Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, like Muhammad Ali are like worldly
Yeah.
fucking known.
All of them who wear Nikes.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that it could be better. I don't think anybody's like, wait a minute, there's fresh water other places.
Yeah,
I don't
They're just
know.
like, we don't get that.
North Korea's pretty contained, don't you think? He keeps a pretty
They
tight
got
grip
Dennis
on them.
Rodman.
Dennis Rodman?
yeah. They've seen Dennis
They
Rodman.
brought him in to scare him.
I think what it is with a lot of other countries is lack of like competition being allowed. Like everyone's in such a low place that you really can't climb up. Like I think the reason why America is where it is, like where we're at technology-wise, is just because we're very competitive mindset.
Yeah, other people have money that you can take.
Yeah.
But what if they're happy in those places, though? You know, they're content with their life. No electricity,
They
living
do
out.
like to dance usually.
Yeah, well, they do seem happy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like you go on Facebook, you scroll the wall, and everyone's depressed and life sucks. And then you look at one video of like an African
And they're
tribe
making
just
rain dances and
smiling
shit.
Yeah,
and
he's got
dancing
a
and having a
Coke can,
blast.
and he's like, this is a whole drum set.
Well, they hardly ever see cameras, so you got to smile for the camera. We see cameras all the time, you know.
Yeah, we don't see the machetes on the other end of the camera like dance.
Yeah, they don't say cheese. They say, "Please don't kill me, please."
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I think only recently they discovered the last untouched tribe in the world that didn't even know, like, World War II ever happened.
There's always going to be a last untouched
how do they know it's
tribe.
the last
Yeah.
one?
Yo, there's that one.
I think there's actually a bunch of untouched tribes.
Yeah, there's that one that like you can go to the water. It's like an island, and you can see the people, but like you can't get like it's either
Oh, yeah, they'll kill
you
you.
go to prison if your country finds out you went there. Like the country that it's closest to, you'll go to prison because they like. You don't want diseases to get to that island because any kind of simple disease will kill them. You know
But
what I
also,
mean?
that's where they're hiding the UFOs.
But like, but there is a guy. There is
a missionary, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and he paid these two guys to take him on the boat, and they're like, "Nah," and he paid them, and I think both those guys got sent to prison for doing that. But they took him on the boat over there, and they said they watched him like go on the island, and then they see him like get speared or something, and, like dragged into the woods, and they're like, "Well, we fucking leave now."
Yeah. Yeah, that's like Rambo, the shorter version of the Rambo movie, you know, where the missionaries try to get Rambo to drive him out.
The leader of that tribe's just drinking wine out of his skull.
It's got to be weird to be one of those guys because like you see helicopters and shit. Like you see that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's
you
like,
see a
They
plane
just
go
think
by.
it's UFOs.
it's like a fucking regular
Aliens.
Pokemon.
It's all UFOs to them, though. Anything
Yeah.
flying, really.
Yeah,
I wonder if there's
It's all
somebody
unidentified.
who's ever left, like swam and tried to get off. Well, probably got eaten by sharks or something. but,
Hi,
like-
No.
welcome to my YouTube channel.
Oh.
I saw a video.
At-
How do you spell that?
Spell, what is spell?
I saw a YouTube video of this French guy who went to interview like Somali pirates,
Yeah.
and they're all like joking and shit. Just the jokes are terrifying. They're just like going to hit him with a machete, and he's like, "Whoa!" And they're like, "Just messing with you." And they're all drinking gin mixed with cocaine. Like that's their drink.
Oh
I was
god,
like,
they're
this,
ready.
I was like, "This
fucking
looks
go.
great."
That would be a funny joke to do on a gin cocaine drink cocktail. You know?
Oh, I'm going to kill you.
The Somalian pirates, you like hand them your copy of Black Hawk Down.
It's just like, do they not know about snorting cocaine? It seems weird to mix it with your drink.
I think it
does
gets
it
in your
work?
blood faster,
Maybe.
probably that way.
Huh.
Also,
Just
processing
chug
it takes some work.
Yeah. Also, it's mixing with the alcohol, so you're kind of like, in a way, speedballing almost.
I'm not like a person that watches fucking like fucked up shit on the internet. I've never been into that for real. Like I remember when the Saddam Hussein hanging was big when we were like in middle school and shit. I watched that, but like
Tuned in.
there's a video that I saw recently. It's my favorite video on the internet. It's so sick, but it's a man getting eaten by a shark. It's beautiful. And let me explain. A guy that used to do comedy, Mobile, posted it, and like it's been taken off. You can't find it anymore on Facebook. I have to like go do some research to get it. But this dude, this happened this year, or like 2024. It was like outside of it's like another country, and there's like a Hispanic woman filming because you hear her be like, "What is this? oh my God, what is this? What is happening? What is this? So this dude was like on a cruise or whatever with his dad or something. They're like on a boat. You see like 2 other boats kind of in the distance of the water, and no one's in the water. They're like obviously in the middle of nowhere, and this guy decides to jump into the water and go swimming. And then next thing you know, this woman's filming. So his dad had to watch him get eaten by a fucking shark, which is brutal. But this dude's just out in the water, and it's probably like a football field distance away. Like you can see what's happening, but you can't see for real. And next thing you know, dude, you just see a shark just come up and just start eating at him in the water, starts getting red and filling up with blood. And then next thing you know, the shark like goes away for a second, and then it like drags him under. And then next thing you know, he comes up and like he's not flailing his arms or anything. I don't think he has them anymore. It's just his head above the water screaming in the distance.
God.
You just see a way up, and it's just and then you hear this woman just be like, what is this? What is this? What is going on? And then on the boat, you hear the violins from the song Stand By Me playing. Yeah, dude. Just like going at it. And he's just screaming. And like, next thing you know, like his head's above the water. He's screaming or whatever. And then the shark swims away. And you're like, oh, it's over. Dude, the shark comes back and does like an over the water on top of him. And like, that's it, dude. It's like, that was so brutal.
Oh my God.
It's so brutal.
Fuck, dude. Getting eaten by a shark would suck.
It's like in my top 3 worst ways to die, dude. You're like defenseless. You
Eat
can't
by
do
shark?
shit. Like,
Anytime I go swimming, I bring a knife with me. Like
Smart.
I'm not gonna win, but at least
you might. Though. You might do. If you stab it in the gills, it might be like,
Well,
fuck. Like,
I feel the same way, man. Like going to the beach, you know, going to the Gulf of well, we're gonna say Mexico still. but I get older and I think about that. You know, it's like it's just scary to potentially get eaten by a fucking shark.
Water's scary.
I went swimming out
Water's
on our
scary.
beach here. Like I went swimming like past the pier. Like I went way out there.
Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that.
I was just swimming. I was having a good time. I was like, I'm not scared. And then I came back. Nothing happened. But like the next week was like the first time that they like someone caught a fucking great white like off that pier. And I was like, what? we got
dude,
great whites out
fuck
here?
That's all. Anytime I see a video of someone like filming from a pier and their buddy swimming, they're like, dude, did you see it?
Dude.
Like 2 of them. They're like, dude. And he's like, what? He's like, just come on. Just go, like, try not to make them panic. But you're like, dude.
Yeah.
How do you not panic? Like,
Did you see that one in Egypt where the guy gets bitten by the shark?
oh, he's like on the surfboard, I think.
Wait,
I don't know.
in
if
the
he was
middle
on
of the desert?
Egypt has a coast. And, no, but
Fucking land shark. Pops like the
he got his
sandworm.
camel first.
It's like a sandworm. Just a shark pops out of a hole.
JP, that's not a shark. That's a fucking dog.
But it gets him, but it's like dragging him around, but his feet, both his legs are sticking out of the water.
Oh
But,
my
but
god.
there's just legs getting dragged around like
Oh my god.
dude.
That's awful.
Yeah, getting fucked up by a shark would suck.
Just imagine being in Egypt and you're in the sand and there's like a camel with a chunk out of it and a guy gets off his camel, he touches it, he looks at you, he goes, land shark.
Like it's Dune.
Did you ever see that movie, Land Sharks?
No.
It was pretty good.
Have you ever had that beer?
There's no, well,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember land shark.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Sand Shark.
My favorite beer when I was drinking was like if I was at a bar, it didn't really matter. Like I would drink whatever.
You were an
but it's like-
alcoholic.
yeah, but I went like PBR was number 1, and then I'd go Miller Lite or Coors Light. But if a gas station had it, my number 1 favorite beer to drink was Rolling Rock.
Really?
I fucking love Rolling Rock, dude.
Rolling
it's
Rock
like
tastes
a
like-
Sprite. I love it.
Okay, well, it's the same color as the Sprite cans, but it's not.
I love Rolling Rock. It's
Oh, because beer actually
delicious.
would
Oh, shark!
Land shark.
Yeah, probably going to wrap it up anyway here. So,
Yeah, we're about.
well, Carson,
Well, we have
thanks.
2
minutes.
We have 2 minutes left.
2
Okay.
minutes. He's trying to get in your door, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He's beating on your door. This is amazing.
that?
Bro.
We're gonna record through it. We're
Okay,
doing an
that's
hour.
fine. That's
We're doing
fine.
an hour.
We're doing an hour, fucking under duress.
Jesus Christ!
It's amazing. Just banging on the door.
And
No.
then I'm leaving.
Fuck. Okay. Well.
Pick a different ending.
Yeah. Is this like a choose your own adventure?
Yeah.
Carson, you played music too. Are you still doing? What was your band called?
Shropshire Collective. No, I quit the band like 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I still play guitar.
Good
all the
music.
time at home.
Shropshire Collective. Go look it up on YouTube and do y'all have Spotify and shit like that?
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
Yeah.
We got an album on there called what was that album called? Shit, we just came out with the album. I forgot the name. Because we called like three different names. We have a shirt. It's called "Oh, Good for My Yummy," I think is what it's called, or "For the
okay.
Children." Shropshire Collective for the Children.
Listen,
I'm sorry, Sharp.
It's only
Shropshire Collective.
Shropshire
It's on
Collective.
Spotify. We still have another song that
Your
we're gonna
reaction to
that
the
I
name.
wrote that we're gonna record. So I'm gonna do one more song with them, and I'll probably end up doing more.
Well,
shows
yeah.
on
Stay
the
tuned
side.
for the one more song that he's gonna, grace them with.
It's called Mr. Jenkins. It's a good song.
You got any comedy dates coming up?
Yeah, I
Go to CarsonComedy.com.
You go to my Instagram, Carson Taylor Comedy. I got all my dates on there. But I will be, I think the 26th, I'm in Mandeville, Louisiana. The 29th, I'm in Mobile at Slurp Society.
Oh yeah, every
21st,
Monday.
I'm in New
We're down.
Orleans.
Hell yeah.
I got a couple spots going on.
Every Thursday. What was
Every
it?
Thursday, there's an open mic. We're doing once a month showcases there now, too.
Gotcha.
So I got a show there on March 29th.
Just go to Carson Taylor Comedy. What is it?
Carson Taylor Comedy at Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, and TikTok.
And then check out the one album they have on Spotify, Shropshire Collective. Patrick,
For the children.
you have to put that in the notes, please.
Yes, putting it in the notes. I'll remember.
Yeah.
And Hook, thanks for stopping by for the tail end of this.
Give it up for Hook, everybody.
All right.
Let him hear it.